All right, now we have a second system of equations, or I'm sorry, second system of inequalities we want to graph. And the numbers are slightly different. Let's see how that affects our system. So once again, I want to isolate the y here, so I will subtract x from both sides. I have y is less than a negative x minus 2 this time. And then on our second graph, I need to subtract 2x first. So I end up with a negative 3y is less than a negative 2x. Go back there. Is less than a negative 2x minus 6. Okay, now here's a situation where I'm getting ready to divide by a negative 3. Whenever I multiply or divide by a negative value, I have to switch my inequality sign. So that's the very first thing I want to do. I'm going to go ahead and switch this from less than to greater than, and then divide by the negative 3. Negative 2 divided by negative 3 is a positive 2/3 x. Negative 6 divided by negative 3 is a positive 2. So as you see, now I have switched my inequality signs. Very important that we remember to do that. Okay, so let's graph these two inequalities. Notice that this one is less than, this one is greater than, so I'll be using dotted lines. The system does not have solutions that lie on the line. Here I have a y-intercept of negative 2 and a negative slope of negative 1. So I'm going to go down 1 over 1, or any combination here. I can do 3 over 3. I'll just make some quick dots here. Going up in the same slope, making sure that we're making a straight line. These are linear inequalities, straight line inequalities. Okay. Now I'm going to connect that with a dotted line. Since it is simply a less than situation. There we go. All right, so that's one of my inequalities. The next one is y is greater than 2/3. Change colors again. That's a y-intercept of 2 here. And then I'm going to go up 2 and over 3. Up 2. You see that the slope is not quite as steep. So it's less than 1. Also, it's a greater than, so I'm going to connect that with a dotted line also. Okay, now we just have to figure out where are we going to shade this. We see here that the shading on the 2/3 or green line is going to be above the line. But with our negative slope line, its y is less than, so it's got to be below the line. So the only place we can shade it is above the green line here, and below the blue line here. This is where all of the solutions lie, between these two lines and this part of the grid. And remember, because they're dotted lines, the solutions do not lie on the lines, but simply above and below right here. And now this entire inequality set is solved.